In this tutorial I will show you how to create a chevron bracelet. I will use 3 colors like this: black, white and green. The cords, the length of the cords from this point to this point is about 70 centimeters, that is about 28 inches. So the length from here to here is about 28 inches. In order to begin making the bracelet, I will create first of all a loop, and I will make an overhand knot like this, and I created the loop of the bracelet. I will grab the loop with the clamp, and now I can start creating the chevrons. I will order my cords, my yarns, according to their colors, and I will put the colors in the mirror. So I have black, white and green on the left side, and in the mirror I have black, white and green on the right side. And I will begin making the bracelet by creating forward knots on this side, backward knots on this other side, until I bring my cords into the middle, and the cords from the middle will be connected by using any type of knot you like. You can use 2 forward knots, you can use 2 backward knots, or a forward and a backward knot. And now let's begin. As I said, on this side I will make forward knots. So let's begin by making the first forward knot. I will create the shape of the number 4 like this. I will put my finger under the white cord, grab the black cord with the nail, take it out through this loop like this, and I created the first forward knot. So this is the first half forward knot. I will make another forward knot, an identical forward knot, and now I have created a full forward knot. And as you can see, by making forward knots, my yarn moves forward. So it was here and now it has moved forward here. I will take the green cord and again make forward knots, 2 half knots, 1 half knot, and the second forward half knot. And my yarn has moved from here forward and it has moved here. So by making forward knots, my yarn moves forward in this direction. So as you can see, I brought the yarn from here, from the edge, here into the middle. And I created 1 half of my chevron. Let's see from a closer distance. So this is the half of the chevron that I have created. Let's create the other half of the chevron by creating backward knots. So I make the number 4, but in the mirror this time, in order to make the backward knots. I will put my finger again under the white cord, grab with my nail the black cord, take the cord out through the loop of the number 4 and create the first half backward knot like this. To create a full backward knot, I create another backward knot like this, another half backward knot, and now I have created a full backward knot. And now my cord has moved from this position backward in this position, in between the white and the green cord. Again, on the green cord I will make 2 backward knots, 1 half backward knots, 1 and the second, and again my black cord has moved backwards from this place into the middle here. So by making backward knots, my yarn goes backward. So whenever you work with bracelets, with friendship bracelets, you must be very careful to never to mix the order of your yarns, especially if you have many yarns in different colors. It's very important to be careful to have the yarns put in a clear order and have some space in between so that you can work with the yarns very easily. So order is a very important aspect of making friendship bracelets. And now I have the two black yarns in the middle, and I can create either two forward knots, two backward knots, or I can make a forward and a backward knot. I can make a backward and a forward knot. So I will make two forward knots, 1 and 2, and now our chevron is ready. So as you can see, this is the finished chevron, the first black chevron. And now, as you can see, on the sides we have the white yarns. With the white yarns we shall make the white chevron. So I will make 2 forward knots on the green yarn, 1 and 2. So these are half knots, and after I make the second half knot I have created a full forward knot. Now my white yarn has moved here, so forward. I will take the black yarn and create 2 forward knots, 1 and 2, and I have finished the second forward knot, full knot, and my yarn has reached the middle of my bracelet. Again I will make 2 backward knots with the white yarn on the other side, 1 and 2, so a full backward knot. My yarn has moved here. I take the black cord and create 2 backward knots, 1 and 2, like this, and my white yarn has also moved into the middle, and I will make 1 forward knot and a second forward knot, like this, and I have the second chevron, so the white chevron. So far I have a black chevron and a white chevron. Now let's go to the next yarn, to the green yarn, and I will make 1 and 2 forward knots, 1 and 2 forward knots. I brought the green yarn into the middle, 1 and 2 backward knots. On the right side, 1 and 2 backward knots, and I also brought the green yarn into the middle, and I will make 1, and now I will make the second forward knot, and I also finished the third chevron. So as you can see, I have 3 different colors. I chose some colors that match the fur of my cat, Rudolph, of my mascot, and I will create these chevrons by following the same steps that I have described so far. So now I will continue making knots and creating chevrons until I obtain the desired length of the bracelet, until I obtain a length that goes around my wrist. And then I will show you how to create the tie of the bracelet so that we can close the bracelet. So let's continue making the chevrons. And now that I have finished the bracelet, now I will create the tie. So I have these cords here and I will start braiding them. And at the end of the braided cord I will make a knot. So I will make the knot. I will also make the knot, the braiding on the other cord. I will make the second knot as well. And now that I have created the two cords, I will take the scissors and cut the end of my tie. Now I'll put one of those two ties through the loop like this, and I will create a knot here. And my bracelet is now ready. And this is what my finished bracelet looks like. So as you can see, I use neutral colors. I made a friendship bracelet for you. Do you like it?